This is the third video I filmed today, and it's tall. I'm back out. I'm still outside, you guys. It's not been that long, honestly. It's 5:48 now. I filmed the last video like at 5:20 something, I'm pretty sure. And so that's kind of the gist of this little thing here. And so now I'll definitely be talking to you guys about this is probably my favorite one to be talking about, honestly, is the different types of dancers there are and how to deal with them. First, I'm going to start off with my least favorite to most favorite. That's how I'm going to do this. Least favorite to most. Least favorite, the dancers that get a really good role, like a Maddie, a Chloe, Kalani, Nia. They get great roles like that, right? But then they always want to try and take over. Because a lot of them take over. They really try and take over. It's like you have a routine, but if they aren't the lead, they'll be upset. But it's like you're giving Maddie to a dancer who cannot backpack and doesn't even have 10 slots. And that gets annoying to you because it's like you're supposed to be a Maddie, but yet you can't even backpack and yet you want to take control of everything. That doesn't fly with me. If I have a trio with Chloe, Maddie, and Paige. This actually happens. I have Maddie, Chloe, and Paige in a trio. Paige was the only one that could backpack. Paige was the best one. And I think it was then I had one with Maddie, Paige, and Brooke. Paige and Brooke could backpack, but Maddie couldn't. So Maddie was in the back while Paige was in the front. Sometimes Paige or Brooke is in the front. And a lot of the times when Maddie in a routine, she will be in the back. But she can't even backpack and she can't take corrections. You can't take corrections and you can't backpack. Why are you here? Like, yeah, you can't backpack. I don't care if you can't backpack. Not everybody can backpack. Not everybody should have to be able to backpack to play in the game. But it's like, you can't be like trying to take control of everything when you're not the dancer who's in the front, who can take corrections that I give in a respectful manner. Because it's like, I could be like, I keep telling you to do this and you're not doing it. Like, you're not applying the correction because you feel like you're right. A lot of the times the Abby will pick the Maddie that's not even the best, but it's like she looks good dancing, but she isn't good dancing. It's like you can tell she has 3 slots. She can't backpack. She doesn't have a good routine, anything. But it's like Abby will pick her and you're confused why. And so sometimes I try and like make charge of the routine. They'll be like, you should give me more moves than everybody else. I'm like, first of all, you can't backpack, so how do you want more moves? You want them just sitting there with their 10 slots or 15, like they're 15 plus backpacking, and they're just sitting pose 3 for half the dance just so you can get your time to shine? That's not how we work here, sweetie. That's not what we're doing, first of all. But then, like, the Maddie, they'll always think, hey, I'm Maddie, so we should just have a routine I want. And so it's like, they'll want, like, this lyrical or jazz routine, but they can't even backpack. It's like, why would I give you my best routine if you can't backpack or if you can't do any of the things I need you to do for this specific routine? So if you can't do those things, you should expect a perfect Maddie treatment where it's like, oh, you want this certain part of the choreography changed? Now, the Chloes and Brooks, it's like, for some reason, people that get Chloe and Brooke, they're always kind of kind about it's like what they want to change. They're like, hey, I love this choreography, but could we add or like change some parts in it? Because I feel like I could try and make it my own a bit. That's respectful. But the Maddies, half the time, they feel like they're better than everybody else. It's always the Maddies. It's never the Chloes or Nias. Like, I feel like they act like they're better than everybody else. And so it's like they'll want to be like, oh, okay, we're going to do my moves and my choreography because I feel like it's better. Why are you being a dancer if you don't want to take the corrections and, I don't know, actually stay in your position as the dancer? Like, that makes absolutely 0 sense to me. And the way you handle that, you can tell them, okay, here's what we're going to do. You can either try being respectful about it, or you can just not do the routine and dance. You can make your own, and if you don't place, you cannot blame anybody but yourself because you don't want to listen. You handle them by being assertive and just saying, this is how it is, this is how it's going to be. If you don't like it, you can leave, or you can go find somebody else to coach you because you're not going to be a brat because you got Maddie because of an Abby said so. Because half the time, all the coaches will agree she shouldn't be Maddie because Abby likes her. You can't say anything or you'll get kicked. Depends on who the Abby is, though. My friends, they trust my judgment more than they trust their own half the time when it comes to this type of thing. So most of the time, it's like, pick a Maddie who can backpack. And so, like, you can't pick a Maddie who will just do whatever. And it's like the Maddie type. Not the Maddie in the show, but like the game Maddie type. Because this Maddie in the show is like in the game. They always think they're better than everybody else. They're kind of bratty. They always want to change things. Now, you have good Maddies for sure, but it's mostly bad Maddies. And now I'll be talking about the dancers. They'll take the next type of dancers I really don't, it's like, I don't hate them at all. Not my least favorite or anything, but it's like, really, come on now. Are the ones where they'll go, it's like you can have a life, but they'll go AFK every 5 seconds, and you'll repeat them as many times as necessary, but for some reason they're just not picking up choreography at all. They're not even trying to take your corrections. That gets annoying, because then it's like you have a great routine, but it's worse when you're in a duet or trio, and then it's like they just keep on doing that. They keep on messing up no matter how many corrections you give them. They don't apply the corrections. It's what I didn't like, are the dancers that don't apply the corrections that they're given, but then complain about the choreography or complain that it's too hard, even though the dancer with 3 slots and who can backpack received it. Backpacking with 3 slots is harder than backpacking with 10 slots. I promise you that. And so I'm like, how is it that she's picking up this choreography and is doing everything on time while you have 3 slots and can't even pick up half the choreography? Not even 3, 10 slots, and you can't even pick up half the choreography. What's the point? Like, what exactly is the point here? Because it seems like you're just being lazy at this point. You don't want to try. So what's the point of you being on the team? And these dancers, it can range from a Maddie to a Kendall. And the reason I put Kendall is because the Kendalls, for some reason, they act exactly like the Kendalls in the show. Not bratty, but it's like a little bit entitled, and it's because she's entitled because of her mother. But these dancers just in the game just act entitled and everything. It's like, hey, it's like they act like they're the coach. Like, they forget you're the coach because you're so nice to them. The way you do that is by being assertive. You're like, hey, if you're gonna be AFK all the time, can you just let me know so I can go coach another dancer who doesn't have a coach? It's like, you just need to tell them how it is. Don't try to sugarcoat. You don't have to be like, this is how it's gonna be. Just say, hey, you're not getting the choreography, you're not getting the corrections. Are you okay? Like, do you just need me to keep repeating them? If you just need me to, just keep saying so. Let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna move on and help her or him while you do that. It's like mainly like a trio or a duet. If you just need to, like, hey, I'll repeat this to you in private chat as many times as you need, and then I'll help them with the other rest of the choreography, and then you can get it when you need it, you know? No need to be like extra assertive or anything. Just let them know what's like going on and like what the program is, so it's like they know you're falling a bit behind, and it's like usually sometimes it would be affecting people, but it's kind of being like affecting the dance now. Like, it's different if it's just affecting you, but it's affecting the entire dance and competition soon. So just tell them how it is, but also like you don't need to have to be like, you don't have to be over assertive with them, because they know. I'm sure they know, and they probably feel bad about it. Just let them know, hey, if you need to go AFK for a moment, I can teach you the entire choreography and everything. If you have enough time, like, let them know that you don't have to be overly assertive or anything. Now the next type, this is like the middle row, you know. The dancers pick up the choreography, but it's like they pick up the choreography but don't pay attention. It's like they'll pick it up, they'll pay attention to the corrections, but when it's like you're trying to give them certain points or whatever, or they argue, like they'll argue about certain things, it's like, okay, this move is here. It's like you have to keep explaining it over and over again, and it's getting kind of annoying. So it's like they get everything else, but they just can't seem to understand the reason this choreography is like this is because it's supposed to connect, but it's complicated because it's actually super easy. It's complicated because you don't know how to connect like I'm trying to tell you to. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to repeat things more than once when you're a coach. It's like a thing, right? But when you're trying to like coach somebody who just keeps fighting back with the choreography and talking instead of actually listening, get the choreography down. My process is we do the whole choreography, and then I give you the points and everything. It's like you give them a costume that matches the story. They actually bother to listen to what the story is and get motivated for this dance. But it's like they're not doing that. When they're focused more on their costume of anything else, they're like, hey, I look like this, so I should get this. It's like, no, you shouldn't. You're being entitled. Don't be entitled. It's just not really it for you, you know? And now for like, it's kind of favorite, not my most favorite, but it's like your bearable. I like you know? It's the ones, they take the corrections, they get the costumes, no arguments, but it's like they don't talk. They get the moves, but it's like, no, actually, very bottom, worse than the Maddie. The ones that don't talk, you give them the choreography, but they never let you know when they're ready for the next choreography. But all of a sudden, they never let you know when they're ready for the next choreography. But then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're like, hey, I wasn't done getting the moves yet. Like, you don't talk, so how am I supposed to know? Hate those the most. I hate the ones that do that. I don't hate them as a person. I just hate the action that they do. Not the person itself, but their actions. And so it's like, oh my gosh, bro, what's even the point of you being here if you're not even going to communicate with the teacher? It's like, at this point, tell me what you want to add in or what you want to replace. It's like you're not even trying to put any input in your dance in a respectful way. You're just being rude because you're not actually speaking anything like that. You're not actually helping me help you. So it's like really annoying. And now back to like, some favorites a bit. I don't know why, but even like for some reason coaching dancers at 10 slots and I get the entire routine and I'm like, hey, since you got this routine down so fast, then you can be able to backpack. It's like, I like the ones that just, they're able to do the routine, they get the story, they get like the understanding, they get their costume, no biggie. But it's like, there's nothing special. A good dancer all around, just a good dancer, nice coach. But then another ones I like are the ones where, they can backpack. Oh, I love the ones that can backpack so much. And it's like, they do the routine. They're like, hey, do you want to add anything in this section of the dance that you think would be really helpful or anything? It's like, hey, you got this routine down so fast, you're taking the corrections. Tell me your input. What do you want to add in or change or replace or anything? Tell me, and we might be able to do something with it. You show me the example, show me what you've been thinking, and yeah, you can pick your own costume even, because it's like you've been doing so good. Now my favorite, the ones that came in backpack, I have 10 slots. And get this, they get the choreography. They're taking my corrections. When they have a question, they ask in a respectful manner. I can help them. And the ones where they know what to do, they're like, okay, so for this costume, I don't really like it as much as I thought I would. Could we maybe change it? Here's my idea. It's like they have something in mind. They want to change something. They want to do something with the dance and make it their own. And they actually have a vision and they're respectful about it. And they're just like, this choreography's trash. I like the choreography, but could we add or something or replace a piece of the dance? I like those types of dancers. They're respectful about wanting to make it their own, but they're also like, I don't want you to feel bad or make you assume I'm just saying your choreography is terrible, because I never really assume that unless they're on a disrespectful right off the bat. But it's like they know who they are. Like Brooke, let me tell you, bro, I love coaching Brooks and Asia's. They're so I don't know what it is, but every Brooke and Asia I've coached, they've all just been amazing to coach. Honestly, amazing to coach, because they don't always backpack. You don't have to backpack for me to love the dance. They don't have to backpack for me to love the dancer at all, because it's just my heart fills up with joy every time, because they make my job so easy. Then you want to add this? Okay, go ahead. You have a good idea, add it. If you know what you want to do and you have your vision, I like when they make the dance their own while still being respectful about the choreography and the hard work being put into it. That's what I love. That's the type of dancer I love the most. I'm pretty sure a lot of other ones think, a lot of other coaches do too. I think I can speak for all coaches when I say we like it when you make the dance your own but still be respectful, and we'll have good choreography, and it's oh, hey, you can backpack and you want to add this in, and we're oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, add it in, show me what it looks like, let me see if it connects, let me see if it fits with the song. And honestly, I love those dancers so much, because it really does show they're kind of good people, because they feel this bad about it, even if they get an amazing role like Chloe or Kalani or Maddie even, it's oh wow, okay, if you're this polite and you're respectful like this, I'm pretty sure I'd enjoy your company a bit in real life a bit. So it's just that nice thought of, okay, here's a good person, here's a nice person who's empathic, but they also know what they need to get done and know how to get the job done while still having their own creativity. I love that so much. And that's kind of it. There's this type of dancers, and here's how to deal with any type of disrespectful dancer. Don't be disrespectful back. Be assertive. Say, this is how it is. If you don't like it, I don't care. If you don't like it, you can do your own thing. You will not have a coach. You will not have a coach picking your costume. You will not have a coach picking your music. You have to pick all of that on your own. And if Abby wants you to still be part of the AODC and dance for them as that soloist, that's up to her. Because for me, and you were being disrespectful and all this, you wouldn't even be part of the team, honestly. It's you can either get in line and shape up, and sometimes they'll be right, but it's It's not about the fact that they're right that can make me personally upset. It's the fact that they went about it in a disrespectful way instead of saying, hey, like, I know your choreography, you worked hard on everything, but I feel like this is like what could be, like, I feel like this dance could be better than it is. But here's the thing. The dance has 10 slots, and you shorten a routine for them. They're like, hey, I feel like this dance could be better. You say to them, oh, don't worry, the dance is better, but since you cannot backpack, this is the best you get since you wanted lyrical or jazz or whatever. If you give them a specific, like, style that they want, but, like, I feel like the dance could be better, but they can't backpack, and it has a backpacking routine originally. It's an amazing routine. You know it's an amazing routine. Tell them, well, originally was better, but you cannot backpack, so you do not get the best version of this routine, because the best version of this routine is made for a dancer who can do all the expectations required for this said best routine. Tell it to them how it is. Be honest, but say, like, you feel like the routine could be better. It's like sometimes you guys will agree and be like, I feel like I was feeling it, but I don't know. Sometimes certain routines just won't fit certain dancers, and that's completely fine. Just know your audience. Know, not your audience, but your dancer. Know the dancer. Like, don't take 5 minutes to just get to know them and do a whole icebreaker. Be like, okay, you ready? And then you ask. I'm not joking with you guys. Always, and I mean always, ask, can you backpack? If they say yes, ask on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in those skills? Anything below a 7, don't give them a backpacking routine. That is 7.5. Anything below 7.5, I would say 8, but I have to be, realistic or whatever. So, just give them a routine you're confident in with their skill set. Because you can be a good dancer and only have 10 slots and can't backpack at all. But if dancers that can backpack and you see, okay, you're 9 out of 10 confident in your backpacking skills, good. Let's go. You can do this perfectly. Let's go. You can dance with us. Do it. Because it's like, oh, okay, you're, like, perfect at this. You're perfect for this routine. Then, like, that's no problem. This should not be a problem at all. And that's kind of it. Know how to, like, sometimes people can handle things in certain situations. People can handle things in certain and different situations, which is why I'll explain different types of them. Best way to handle certain types of, like, negative energy dancers is be straight up and up front. Sometimes you have to be more assertive depending on what type of dancer they are, and sometimes you won't have to be more assertive. It's kind of all about, like, the dancer and the coach and the routine. If they're being disrespectful, don't be disrespectful back. Say, this is how it is. Like, I'm not being disrespectful, though. More than 2 question marks is definitely disrespectful to me. If you're not my friend or you're not playing around or anything, it's like, first of all, it's like, huh? You're super duper confused. If you're super duper confused, put 2 question marks. Or just say, I'm kind of confused. Don't be like, question mark, like 20 question marks, all because you don't understand something that's been explained in every way possible. Because you're going to get frustrated at so many dancers that do that. Because a lot of dancers do that. Be like, this is the choreography. If you're getting too confused, I can give you the simpler choreography. Because some choreography, I'm pretty sure my cousin could do if I let her. Like, I'm pretty sure if I let her do it, she could do the choreography. And that's kind of it. Certain dancers, you got to do, like, give them certain push. Certain dancers, you're just going to love so much. You want to favor them all you want. But it's like, remember, you're still the coach. You cannot let them change your entire choreography. Your coach, it's not just a move doesn't connect, but they've been such a respectful, good dancer. That's the bare minimum. Remember, a dancer being respectful is the bare minimum. But at the same time, it's like so many dancers are not respectful that it feels like, oh, okay, this is like the greatest thing ever because he or she is so respectful. But it's the bare minimum for a dancer to be respectful and actually talk and respond when you ask a question. That's the bare minimum. So remember that, guys. Please do remember that, because that's actually super important. I feel like a lot of people actually forget. You aren't obligated to give them this special treatment for being the bare minimum that we expect, which is being respectful and actually taking corrections, picking up choreography. What makes you good is that you're understanding, you're patient, you actually speak up. Being respectful is the bare minimum. I'm not sorry, actually. It's the bare minimum of a dancer. A bare minimum of a dancer is being respectful. And, like, speaking, answering questions when you ask them. That's the bare minimum of being a good dancer. Everything else is kind of like, oh, okay, good job. Thank you for doing this. Give a little gratitude to them. Like, they did good. Tell me they did good. Give them a break every now and then. That's kind of it, Good dancers, good results. Bad dancers, or just rude ones. you can be rude and a good dancer, but that just, like, you can be a great dancer, but your attitude is horrible. That just brings you all the way down to either just, you know, a kind of good dancer or a regular good dancer. That's all it does, bro. I'm honest with you. That's it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. I'm pretty sure the next one will be like props and how to deal with other coaches, because there are a lot of coaches you're not gonna like that could get in the way of everything. But I might not do that one yet. I don't know. But that's kind of it. I'll see you guys in the next one.